Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Yo, what's up? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Monday night Blitz. We're here tonight, and sorry for being a little tardy tonight. Running a little bit behind, and our main man is on the way. The moderator, I don't know, he has some technical difficulties, so he's on the way. But shout outs to everybody here in the building. Also, if you would you please like, subscribe, share this channel, and if you like what you hear, keep on coming back. Leave us a 5-star review if you listening to this on the Apple side of the podcast part of it. So, keeps us going, and we appreciate it all the comments, all the disagreements, or whatever the case it may be. And we're more than happy to, get back at you. Haters or lovers, we still here. And hey, what's up, DA? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm tired, man. How are you, brother?
Yeah, it's good, man. It's Monday. Feeling good, pretty good. We're going to try to do this thing, man. I wasn't feeling too good after yesterday. And speaking of the Giants, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. What else we got?
That's not bad, man. Y'all jumping out the window, man.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. I know low expectations. I know I said it.
Yeah,
low
that's what I'm saying. Y'all jumping out
But
the
however,
window. Y'all
man,
wasn't supposed to win none of these games.
Hey, bro, you get happy when you start winning, man. You get
Yeah,
happy.
don't get happy. Don't get happy. Just
you start getting
take
happy.
what you get.
You start
Take
feeling
what
yourself,
you get
man.
until you got a whole team.
Yeah.
Don't get happy because you got two dudes on the offense, man.
Definitely. But we're gonna get into that, and also we're gonna get into I made Daniel mad. Start talking about his Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I put him on a fraud report. But we're gonna start talking about I made up this what we call the F-32 paperwork. We got the F-32 paperwork. We got the RD-32 paperwork. And we got I believe what I said it was a real deal fraud, and we got Kevin let me know, and the angry one will let me know later what that third one was. But we're gonna start with college football, man. I know we was talking a little bit off the backstage a little bit.
We can kick this off right now. So
yeah, man, because I think you're gonna make some people mad. Let's see.
Yeah, people can get all in it, getting their feelings and getting your comments, man. All right. What I'm saying, I do submit to you, America, United States of America, that the rankings you guys have got, and there is a Midwest bias, and I understand people can say, well, there was a Southeast bias for a long time, and that I got you. I understand that, but the reality is, I don't care because it's not my fault either way.
Right.
I didn't make it that way. It's not Dorian, the DA, who did that. So, with that being said, I don't think the Ohio State, Indiana 1 and 2 thing, and I do agree that they're 7-0, right? But we can't jump up and down about those teams being 7-0, right? Because we're like, the record is this and the record is that, and we still have a 2-loss team in Notre Dame sitting there at 12. Right?
Hey, do you want me to put in
sense.
You want me to put in perspective? You want me to read off the top 25 real quick?
Yeah, you can read them off, but these people crazy.
Yeah, let me just read it off real quick so we can, put it in perspective here. Ohio State is they got them ranked number 1. Indiana jumps up to number 2. Texas A&M 3. Alabama is back in 4. Georgia at 5. Oregon 6. Georgia Tech 7. Ole Miss at number 8. Who else we got? Number 8, number 9, we got Miami. Miami took a defeat to Louisville on Friday. Vanderbilt number 10, BYU 11, Notre Dame 12, Oklahoma 13, Texas Tech 14, Missouri 15, Virginia 16, Tennessee 17, South Florida 18 at number 19, Louisville, LSU 20, Cincinnati 21, Texas made it back into the top 25 at 22, Illinois 23, Arizona State 24, and Michigan back in at 25. Go ahead.
Okay, so I present to the jury this. I don't think we can use, and maybe at the end of the year we can do something different, right? We'll say that since Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M are all undefeated, is Georgia Tech, as is BYU.
7-0.
Yeah, those are all undefeated teams, right?
Right.
I would say Georgia Tech probably hasn't played the level of competition, and neither has BYU. But Notre Dame with 2 losses still jumps up to be 12, right?
Right.
With that being said, I submit to you that Ohio State has played. They played Illinois, that was a top 15 ranked team, and Texas, who in the first ranked week was ranked number 1, but I think we all can say now they should not have been ranked number 1 at that point in time, right? So, I'll give you 2, and plus they're the champs, and I'm not going to knock the champs off without somebody beating champs, right? So, all good. I'll give you that, and though it's not fair, I will give that to you. Indiana, who played Oregon and beat them, right? And Oregon, I think, was number 3 when they played that game, right? So that's a good win, right? So that's a good win for them, and I think they beat Illinois, and they stomped them out 63-10. Right? So they beat Illinois in week 4, and then they beat Oregon, I think last week, right? Beautiful. Hopefully they stay undefeated and they don't lose to UCLA, because if they do, I really want to hear what goes on then. But the reason why I don't believe neither one of those teams should be ranked ahead of, for instance, Alabama is pretty simple. Alabama beat 4 ranked teams already. Yes, they lost the game, and it was a bad loss to Florida State. That happens, right? Like everybody else is going to have a loss, like Notre Dame has 2 losses. But Alabama has beaten Missouri, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Georgia, who I might add is still in the top 10, top 5, and was number 3 when Alabama beat them. So, who has a better resume?
Body of work. That's
what it used to be about. And this is the kicker, folks. If it went out and say Alabama for giggles wins the rest of their games, that means they would have had a top 25 LSU team that they beat and a top 13 Oklahoma team that they beat. You know that Ohio State only has Michigan if they still remain in the top 25 by the end of the year. That's their last game, and they're at 22 now. So if they're still there, then they'll come off with 3 ranked teams for a whole season. When you have other teams, and not just Alabama, you can pick any other team and any other multiversal universe, with whatever we're doing, right? And you have any other universe where we're doing this, and we're knocking this out. There is no way in the world, that we are saying that a team that plays 6 ranked teams, a team that only played 3 or 2 ranked teams by the end of the year, they shouldn't be on the same grading, right? We shouldn't be grading them the same. I mean, at least I don't believe so. At least it never was that way. And we
Right.
could keep going down. But my thing is, guys, we just have to figure out a way to do this fairly. Right? We're not doing this fairly right now. At least it doesn't seem to be fair. You know, it really doesn't seem to be fair.
Hey,
Because you got some teams playing a lot of ranked people and some teams not playing a lot of ranked people and having losses.
Good point. Good point. Let me bring Mike Mills in. Mike Mills, what's up, buddy? How you feeling, man?
Greetings. I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, man. You got anything on this top 25? Anything that sticks out to you, or anything that's maybe a little bit fishy, man? We didn't get to any games yet, but what you?
Nah, I'm enjoying DA's breakdown. To nobody I really think is too low or too high. I feel like they snuck Texas back in there last week, even though I get they beat Oklahoma, but I ain't feel like. And then the way they played against Kentucky, it's like, are we rewarding that? So it's early. We got to ride the wave.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. It's we are talking about 7 weeks, right? No, right? 9.
8. Yeah, no,
this will be week 9, man.
Coming
up this week, man. Like we can't keep. Come on, man. I just don't think that it's fair. But nothing is fair. I God didn't promise us fair. I just would like to have a way that they do this that makes sense. Correct. So
anything is better than them computers, man. Anything's better than them computers.
Whoa.
That's
proponent of the computers, man.
I would do half and half. I would say, listen, we do the computers all year until the last 2 weeks, and we let those dudes in the hotel do whatever they're going to do at that point.
Oh, like the NCAA tournament. I like that.
We make them feel good at the end of the year, and then they can make their choices. But I don't see how you can have Notre Dame be ranked 12 or 13 with 2 losses. And when there are other teams with one loss that they're in front of. Like it's just again, I know there's a Midwest bias, and that's fine because when I was in the Northeast, living there, and I saw the Southeast Conference, I said, oh well, there's a Southeastern bias, right? And I can see it, and I know it happened, but I'm just saying that let's not act like it's not happening.
It's not happening.
All. Let's not.
Notre Dame is more than a Midwest bias. You know what they got going on. But
but listen, them Ohio State and Indiana, like Ohio State may come out this season with 3 ranked teams if Michigan is still ranked by the end of the year, right? If they are, and Indiana, they had better beat UCLA because if they lose to UCLA, I'm dropping them off the planet. But yeah, I mean, I've got
off the planet.
No, I'm just saying. I got no problem with them playing the schedule they got. It is the schedule they have, but if other teams are playing more ranked teams that somebody ranks, I'm not sure who ranks them, but somebody put these teams in the top 25, and say a team from the SEC plays 6 of them in a season and beats all 6. Who's a better team? That's all I ask. And I'll give Ohio State theirs because you're not the champs until you beat the champs and all that foolishness. But
right?
Yeah, people are going to be mad, but that's just my feelings on the topic. And I was going to bring my whole spreadsheet nerd thing today, but I would have just been real upset had I presented that to y'all and then y'all just still got in the comments with something stupid. So say, listen, y'all will be okay. Y'all don't need to see that. Y'all can see whatever y'all see. So,
any particular games that stuck out to you? I mean, we had Tennessee versus Alabama. It was the Alabama winning 37-20. What you got?
That was a good game, man. I thought the Ole Miss game was a good game. I don't know what the hell happened with Laney and his boys. I had that game won against Georgia, but that man looks not really sure what happened. Not really sure what happened there. Yeah, that kid Trinidad is going to be good. Yeah, Trinidad, James, he's going to be good by next year. But This year it just got too loud. That Athens crowd, it was too much, and that whole offense, they went to bed, and their defense was god awful bad the whole day. Mississippi's defense was absolutely positively horrible the entire day.
Hey, well, it was a big game. It started on Friday. Let me rewind to Friday. Friday with the Miami versus Louisville, and Louisville going into the Miami and to handling business. What's your thoughts on that game? And Miami
I don't know
jumped
who they
out.
was looking forward to. I don't know how Miami fell asleep. Not like they had nobody else that they was playing after that they had the, trap game. Like,
Right.
they were playing Stanford next week.
Oh, I know what happened.
Go ahead, Mike.
Carson Beck showed his true colors. We all got to see who Carson Beck really is. Because I remember saying, I ain't like all that money they gave him to go to Miami.
Hey, he got a bag to go to Miami.
Go to the league?
He got a bag.
Well, the reality is that, he had to go because he got hurt last year. And the kid that's playing this year came in as a freshman in the playoffs. And they didn't want him. Not to say that here's a little secret, everybody that loves college coaches and college football.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that, it's the kids. It's not the kids.
Not
the
always.
coach will tell you, find somewhere else to go because this kid here is starting next year. Period. That's what happened. So his girlfriend was going to Miami, which is fine, but he wasn't going to play. The kid that they got starting now, who is, I think, a true sophomore, he was the starter.
Right.
So Beck had to leave. So, he had to find somewhere to go. And,
there's been that word in the street, man, that Carson Beck, somebody said, I don't know who I heard this morning. It was this morning. It's two sides of Carson Beck. You'll get one of those, that good side of him, and then you get that guy that he did on Friday night.
Kirby don't pick
four
quarterbacks.
interceptions. Uh-huh.
Kirby's not good at picking quarterbacks, man. He's a defensive dude for real. So he's never had a great quarterback.
Nope, he get running backs though. He get you a running back.
A bunch of them though. Yeah, he get a bunch of them.
Quarterback, not happening.
Yeah, he gets some
Carson Beck
linebackers, some D linemen, safeties. Yeah, but he doesn't he never gets a short shot quarterback. So
okay.
Not that he's bad, and he may be a good pro. He's a big, strong kid, but just saying though.
Hey, this is a moderator. How you doing, sir? Welcome. Hey, nice to have you, brother. It was good. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can't hear you. Heard the sound effects.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can. Let me see.
He's gonna fix it. So okay. That's all. They are okay.
Okay, so we got that Tennessee. What you said? You was good with that.
Game, man.
Good game. Who else you got? Oregon Rutgers. That was a no. What was that?
That wasn't.
That was a beat down.
Notre Dame did a thing, 34-24 over USC. Is that they did what they supposed to do, or
did what they supposed to do?
All right.
I don't think USC was a ranked team when they beat them last week.
Are we disappointed with South Carolina?
USC beat Michigan, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Michigan, but I don't know. No, South Carolina. Now we've known since week 3 that they're not.
They're not.
They're not what we thought.
Okay.
Okay, but the team is just.
Go ahead, moderator.
No, I would say they did have some expectations coming today this year. Lenore Sellers, he was supposed to be that dude, and from what I watched a little bit when I watched that game the other day, he was running for his life a little bit and holding on to the ball a little bit, man. But it's just what it is.
Both of those are signs of you not having a good team.
Yeah, well, Oklahoma showed them.
But that's just what the truth is, right? You hold on to the ball.
Oklahoma had a point to prove. They had just got smoked.
Yeah, you're trying to do too much. So, you're holding on to the ball too much, and you're running around for your life because your offensive line can't block. And Oklahoma's D-line is probably the best D-line in the country.
Okay. Let me make somebody mad. Hey, Texas versus Kentucky. Texas beat them 16-13. I'm going to ask the question again. Arch Manning.
He can play. He's just not what they said he was yet. That's all. He can play.
Yep.
Okay.
And Kentucky plays in conference. Everybody good. Like, they don't usually get blown out much.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, yeah, I mean, Kentucky plays everybody pretty hard historically. Like, they play dudes pretty hard, you know? So, you know, that's the thing. SEC, you're not going to have a lot of SEC to SEC blowouts because it's in conference. So,
I got you. I'm just picking out a few games. Washington, Michigan. I seen that. That was Washington. I assume Washington is just not the same team as 24/7 beatdown.
Yeah, they're not. No.
Okay. Hey, moderator, you got anything else? Anything that you had any news or anything? That
well, I'm sorry. First of all, hello everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I had a little technical difficulty. As you can see, I'm in a different setup, but I'm glad to be here tonight. Y'all talked about the Miami game.
Yes.
I wanted to go into the AP Top 25 and some of the other stories before we go into the pros.
Okay. I didn't get to Penn State. Yeah, he did a hell of a good spill. We didn't get to Penn State. Didn't talk about James Franklin.
Okay, I'll get to you in a second. All right, so the AP Top 25. You got Ohio State. They're number one.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
Indiana. They're number two.
Don't need to go any further, Kevin. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I read them off. I read the top 25.
Okay,
it's wrong. And I was going to bring the spreadsheet, but dudes would have still gotten their feelings, and it's they're not the best teams. I mean, like I said, and I'm not. Look, I'm not any.
Uncle Meds, go ahead. Uncle Meds.
I'm not
Meds in bed.
But I will say,
I
will let Ohio State live because you know they're the champs. So since you're the champs, I'll give you that. But just know that you've only played 2 ranked teams this year, and you'll probably get out the end of the year playing 2 ranked teams. Because I don't think Michigan is going to be ranked by the end of the year.
I got you.
Indiana, you're at 2 ranked teams, and I don't think you're going to play another ranked team. Yeah, and if you lose to UCLA, you're going to go away just like you went away last year. So beat UCLA, don't play.
Shout out to UCLA.
They kind of hot right now.
Yeah, they're hot right now. Yes.
Don't lose. Don't lose that game.
Right, Rich Neuheisel's son out there calling them good plays.
Yeah, don't lose that game. All right, because you're going to come out there playing 2. All right, Texas A&M, undefeated. You got one more game against a ranked opponent, and that's LSU this week. So don't lose that game. Right? Then you got November 11th. You have Missouri, which will probably still be top 25 by then, and Texas, which is the in-state rivalry at the end of the year if Texas is still at 20-something, which would leave them at 5. I think 5. Yeah, 1. They got Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame. Then they got LSU. That's 2, right? 3 would be Missouri. 4 would be Texas. Right? For the unbeaten teams, I guess. And Alabama, if they won every game left, they would come out the season with 6 ranked teams. And, 1 loss.
Some people last week, they had a problem with you, quote unquote, and I quote, caping for Alabama.
I'm not caping. All I do is state facts. I told everybody you want to get at me, get on and we'll talk about it. And I guarantee you I'm right. Because I don't talk in feelings because I'm not an Alabama fan.
No, he's not.
So I'm just telling you who's playing.
Well, what was the gripe?
I don't know.
All right. Well, the one.
I know what the gripe was, Kev. One Indiana win equals 5 of Alabama's wins. What kind of stupid shit is that?
Hey,
Yo,
shout out to the comments. We love it. Keep it coming.
okay.
We like to
Don't go
address
on
it. We
nobody's
like to think
comments
outside the
saying
box.
something stupid like that.
DA, their opinions matter to us.
No, it
and
doesn't.
We want to
No,
value
it
our
don't.
customers'
It
opinions.
don't. It don't.
The
Don't
customer's
matter to
always
me.
right.
Yeah, bro.
Nope. It don't matter to me.
We love it. We love it.
No.
Keep it covered.
Yeah,
Keep it covered.
keep it coming.
So I could
Right?
make the
So-
DA upset when I
No, I'm not
screenshot the.
upset. It's just stupid. Like, why would you? A win is a win, right? Until
Right.
you give me another criteria, a win is a win.
Okay.
That's that.
That's a fact.
Georgia, right? Georgia has an Alabama loss. They got a Tennessee win. Then what else they got? They got an Ole Miss win. They got Texas coming up on the 15th of November. And lucky for them, they got Georgia Tech, who happens to be good this year.
Georgia Tech is ranked
7.
7, yes.
Yeah, so because in between then they got your school D going down there to Georgia to get stomped out. So
Dang,
but that's what, 5 wins or 5 games against ranked opponents. This is all I'm saying, guys. I'm not saying that these teams aren't good, and I'm not saying that these teams might not beat Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, or anybody else.
Correct.
But what I'm saying is if we're putting it on paper up against each other, I would like to have you guys play some more ranked schools.
Oh, but we play what's in front of us.
Then get somebody else in front of you.
Damn.
Because if it's done right, and that's why I say, it needs to be the computers, a mixture of the computers and that committee.
Yeah.
Because one doesn't work by itself. I would really rather we did both. Right? Because we have to take into account that if the Big Ten or the Pac-12 or the Big 12 does not have as many good schools in that conference, that, you can't penalize the SEC for having more schools that are ranked because somebody ranked them, right?
True.
It's not like, they became ranked out of nowhere. Somebody ranked those institutions. So when we look at the rankings, Kevin, right, and you're looking at the top 25, and you got Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, and Texas. I think that's more than half of the 25 is right there. It's on the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did that. It wasn't me. I ain't got no vote.
Not yet.
Remember when the conferences made sense and regionalism mattered? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when they wasn't all in one bunch? They were spread out.
So,
But when they let teams just, arbitrarily they could just pick up their, pack their suitcase and.
I will say this, though. As far as regional things are concerned, I would have rather than maybe did something between the SEC and the ACC.
What are you saying? Bunch them all together instead of
that would have made a little more sense.
No, I mean
bringing all the Texas schools over.
I would say just give some of the teams in the ACC that's in the Southeast.
I can see that
to the SEC, and the schools from Texas go into the ACC. But whatever.
Any older heads?
I don't like that either. Texas ain't in the Atlantic.
No, well, it's true. They sure enough ain't in the SEC.
They should have been back and they should have kept the Big 12 the way it was instead of moving all these crazy schools around. I didn't know California was in the Atlantic. I didn't know that was the Atlantic Ocean next to them.
Well, yeah, they packed their suitcases and moved. When they did that last year or the year before?
No, year before. See, the thing is that Texas and Oklahoma said they were leaving first because of the SEC network and the money behind the SEC network.
That's what I'm about to say. So it's about to get the money.
Yeah, well, that's what they left to go get, the money. Yeah. And they did that, so they left to pull that together. And that's what they did, I mean, there could have been other schools, I guess, moved into the SEC, but there are certain rules, I guess, like the size of the school, how big your field is, and a bunch of other things. Probably why they're like, we can't put everybody in. Everybody just can't be in the SEC.
But South Carolina was in the ACC.
South Carolina wasn't in the ACC.
They should put them there.
Yeah, it was from a long time ago.
Long time ago they were, yeah.
Yeah, back in 1971, that's when they withdrew and went to the SEC. So,
gotcha. So I was just saying, my thing at the college football is pretty simple, man. They're not going to do this so they can keep with the effery. If they gave you a criteria, then guess what? Any logical human beings could follow the criteria. Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, like the BCS, at least we knew what it was. And this is why I know I'm not wrong, because it was simple.
Right.
It was strength of schedule, common opponents, margin of victory, and your schedule, whatever it was, 4 things or 5 things.
Right.
You put all 5 of those things inside the doggone pot, and you cook it, and it comes out to be what it is. No one had their finger on the scale one way or another. Now, we don't know how they are saying or what they're using to rank these teams.
Right.
We've got no idea. So that's why I got a problem. So that's my issue with it. So.
Got you. Did y'all go over the firing of your man down in Florida, Napier?
Man, he shoot.
No, didn't touch it yet. So, but you are here now, so you can go ahead and get into it.
Let me go into this. The Florida Gators football program has fired its head coach Billy Napier after a 3-4 start in the 2025 season. Napier's overall record at Florida was 22-23, and his winning percentage of 489. 489 is the worst for the Gators since 1949. Right to the stream here. Excuse me. Where was I at? The Gators already. Where was I at? Napier's contract includes a buyout of $19 million and $38, with 50% due within 30 days. Ooh, okay. His annual salary has been approximately $7.4 million a year. Florida will now seek its 4th football coach in 11 years. Highlighting the program's instability, the Gators are already questioned to consider high-profile candidates mentioned in the article, and this is from CBS Sports. Lane Kiffin and James Franklin.
Maybe.
Well, paying one for the other, right? So offense under the performing.
Lane's not leaving. So
no, I don't see that. Discipline and game management problems, including a notable incident and a loss to USF. Timing the firing occurs during the open date, giving the program some runway to conduct a search and for the team to regroup. So Florida's decision underscores that even a storied program, as they are, has little patience when results don't follow culture building. So again, that Ryan, what's going on, sir? How are you tonight?
What's up? What up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good. What's good?
Those are the school with the least amount of patience, because they got all those expectations. So, and scat cats and scat backs, and
it was time, man. Florida ain't had a good coach since Urban Meyer left.
But they've been paying money since Urban Meyer left, though.
They ain't had nobody good. Remember that they had my boy from Texas, the coordinator, Will, whatever his name was. He was bad. Napier wasn't no good.
Yeah, Muschamp wasn't supposed to do it. They're supposed to
be no head coach. He was
supposed to hire Charlie Strong, but they didn't hire Strong. So that's what they should have hired. He probably would still be there, but
that's a fact.
He could recruit Florida.
That's a fact.
Florida really good, and but the thing. I'm sorry, I'm tired, fellas. Like I said, I'm real tired. The thing that most of these Florida schools do not or have not fully grasped as of yet is that it's not just the big 3 schools anymore in Florida. And then you add that in with NIL and, they were always getting paid in Florida. That's you can't joke and say they wasn't. They was always getting played in Florida, but in the state of Florida. But the reality is that it's not just Florida State, and Miami anymore. You know, it's South Florida, Central Florida. For years when Laney was there, FAU was good. You know, so and you can go to the pros from anywhere, right?
Exactly.
So it's the years of we got Frank Gore starting. This one back it up, this one back it up, and this one back it up, and they all end up in the pros. It don't happen no more, man. So they have to figure out another way to recruit. You're going to spend the money, but you have to figure out and be very wise with what you're spending and who you're spending it on. Period.
Go ahead,
Ryan. Go ahead. Get in here.
No, I was great points, DA. Great points, because back in the glory days of the Florida schools, that's why they were so potent, because of the depth. I mean, you mentioned the Frank Gores. That team that Miami had, the running backs was Edrin James, Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis. That was the depth chart, guys.
Yep. And Clinton Portis was the number one fullback on that team.
Right. Najee Davenport. Walter Payton's son couldn't even get burned, really, and he was good. But
you brought some hellified names, boy. If you don't know, you youngins, if you don't know, those are some serious backs. Go ahead.
I mean that team that the Canes had that year, that's just the running backs. The DBs, Philip Buchanan, Mike Rumpf. Then you had probably two best, Ed Reed and Sean Taylor. We're in the same. I mean, it's ridiculous. But your point.
Open.
Yeah. And not only that, if you want to go to the tight ends, you had Kellen Winslow Jr., Jeremy Shockey, Graham. They were all on the same depth chart. Yeah. So your point is well taken, DA. The Florida schools, the big three were always made men. They didn't, all they had to do was recruit Florida, and they were because back in the days, like you said, you had to go to those top three schools: UF, FSU, UM, if you wanted to go to the league. Now we talked about it before. You can. They'll find anybody anywhere. Like you said, at FAU, when Lane Kiffin was at FAU, they were balling. So so it's tough right now for them, man. To adjust, and not only that, other schools they'll come and pilfer all the talent because of the NIL money, and they're coming to. That's the number one place to recruit is South Florida. When it comes to especially the skill positions, it's still South Florida. South Florida is still king when it comes to that. Like if you look at all of Alabama's stars in the past, you know what I'm saying? It was Florida schools. Derrick Henry was from Gainesville.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
now them cats in California and Texas.
No, they're good.
But yeah,
they're good too. But when you're talking about elite Hall of Fame talent, it's there. Lamar Jackson's from Pompano, and he went to Louisville. Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, it's all over the place. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Texas and California is amazing too. But people know, everyone know, you want a great team. You go down to South Florida. And recruit there. But yeah, man. But great points though, DA. You hit those are amazing points.
Gotcha. They keep saying about Florida and a replacement. So you're saying, who did I just mention there for a second? I said, and he's not leaving.
Lane and Franklin.
Yeah. Franklin. Yeah, he was looks like he was lobbying for. I'll read that in a second. Not lobbying, but I said something to DA last week. How was it last week or this weekend where with Franklin, there is a clause in his contract that he has to look for work. It's not an option.
He can look for work. I just don't.
You gotta look for work. What
Yeah.
is it?
He on unemployment.
It's unemployment.
You can look for
He
work
on
all
that
you
unit?
want.
Yeah.
That unemployment, boy, hey, make sure you look for work now.
That's how they used to hit. Yo, right. Hey, they used to. Hey, they gave me a sheet of paper when I was unemployed. I was unemployed at one point. They gave me a sheet of paper and said, "Yo, go make sure you look for work." I was like, okay, yeah, okay.
No, man.
Me and Dave was talking about
saying
that.
that, you know,
go ahead.
listen, I think
Ain't nobody checking you,
Coach Franklin. There's like a few things that I see. It's not good or bad. It's just I don't know how good of a recruiter he is, and I don't know how he recruits that area. The one thing about Florida that is weird, I'm not saying it's good, bad, or anything else, it's just weird. They get down with their own. And if you're not from there, you're not out of there, and you ain't recruiting a lot out of there, they really don't mess with you. So that's why all Florida schools, you will always see them always pull back. Somebody that went there, dudes that are in the program, been around the program, do a lot of things like that because they don't really, the kids in Florida don't trust non-Florida coaches. Now, the ones that are willing to leave Florida and go play elsewhere, they're good with their decision. But coming into Florida, most times you got to have some type of relationships.
any
and
particular
I don't know,
reason why, or it's just
the way they did.
looking out for their own.
It's been that way forever. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's
always been that way.
It's a us against the world mentality they have down here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if dude can we. I don't know if he's a great recruiter, or he had the school, Penn State, that was pulling kids in. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So up in that part of the country, I can tell you for a fact, they are the only thing going in the Northeast. There's no other school bigger than Penn State. They are the biggest school. So, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. Let's say 5 in the country is Jersey. North Jersey football is probably 5, right? As far as the population and good and whatnot. And like everybody from Jersey, New York, upstate New York, they're going to Penn State. It's really hard to get them past Penn State. So I don't know how, if he's even a great recruiter. I don't know. I really don't.
I say give him a shot. It's better than what you've been doing. These guys.
Shoot your shot. You're right. I feel
like give him a shot. I feel like Penn State jumped the gun firing him. They really got some nerve. I mean, look, Bill O'Brien gave y'all what, a year? He gave him what, a year, 2 years maybe, and dipped out. Nah, I can't do this shit no more. I can't do it. And went to what? Boston College? Boston College ain't nothing. So I feel like give him a shot. Penn State got some audacity, especially with all the BS they had going on and all the other stuff that came.
I'm not really mad at it.
I feel like y'all fired the man for no real reason. And then his quarterback got hurt just now. So then you fired him, and now you ain't got no coach and no quarterback. Did that make sense?
We talked about this for years. Man.
And not only that too, he came into a situation that was not ideal, right? We all know, what happened. So he came and turned it around, pretty quickly. But to DA's point too, it's because people want to go, up north, want to play for Penn State, but he turned that program around quick, from where it was, because when he got it, I don't think they were winning games. And I want to believe his first big recruit, was it Saquon?
It might have been Saquon.
Yeah,
it might have been Ryan Cushing, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
So Ryan Cushing was that dude out of Jersey. He was real serious. But Penn State definitely got a lot of audacity per Mike Mills to do that, because what else are you doing up there? They don't really have expectations.
Who think y'all are?
Yeah, they really don't have expectations, man. They're like a Vanderbilt, man. They go 8 wins, 9 wins. Maybe you beat Ohio State. Maybe you beat Michigan. You never beat both, and you're good with it. You have your white out. and you're good. You're not looking to win a national championship or the Big Ten. To keep it funky with you, you're really not. You talk like you are, but Penn State really not on it like that.
Well, then why did they fire him?
Shocked.
I have no idea why.
Hey, Ryan, Franklin recruited him.
Franklin recruited him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Franklin recruited Saquon.
What was his record his first year after Bill O'Brien? Anybody?
Franklin?
Yeah. Let me just while you getting it, let me just read his bio terms verbatim here. James Franklin's Penn State bio is drawing comparisons to that of former, and this is from SI. Texas A&M's coach Jimbo Fisher, whose 2023 fine will cost the university about $76 million. But Franklin's 2021 contract reportedly included language that could substantially mitigate what Penn State pays him over the next 6 years. According to the contract obtained by Front Office Sports, Penn State requires Franklin to make a good faith effort to pursue another job that could lower the total cost of his buyout. Yes, Ryan, laugh.
See, Texas A&M got money. That's why they ain't asked Jimbo for no shit like that.
No.
Like, oh, hell no.
Texas A&M money is probably the longest.
Yeah,
Texas A&M money is undefeated. Nobody can compete with that.
Yeah. Jimbo ain't leave his house. He chilling. They ain't asked him to do nothing. They gave him $70-something million. Jimbo ain't trying to coach nowhere else. He ain't even trying to work on TV.
So did anybody get a chance to see Coach Franklin on TV this
yes.
week? Ryan, what's your thoughts on him? And I'll give mine.
Oh, you mean when he was on game day?
Game day, yes.
I think he handled himself with the utmost respect. He was forthcoming. He says, it caught him by surprise, but he understands. So he didn't throw anybody under the bus. He took responsibility for it because we saw it coming, right? Because he couldn't win the big game, the quote unquote big game.
Correct.
Right. And they were I want to say they were ranked number one to begin the season. They were ranked number one. And to his credit, you got to be doing something good to be preseason number one.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been.
And then to be fired in week 7
because you weren't
right. Well, because they were on what was it a 4-game? Was it a 4? The losing streak?
They lost to Oregon. That's what started. They lost to
losing streak, wasn't
it?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
And then they lost to who else?
And when it came back to it,
lost
and
to
the whole world
lost to Oregon.
Yeah, the whole world saw they wasn't number one. Then that UCLA thing happened, and they was because UCLA had won,
and then Northwestern kind of.
Then Northwestern, the nerds.
Yeah,
it was
right. So
the nerds got you.
So they're looking at it like, oh, you lost the team. You know what I'm saying? You lost the locker room. That's what they're doing. That's what all that is, man. So yeah. But you can't.
You can. So let me ask everybody on this panel here. Not everybody that's on the outside. Would you all have fired that man after these last 3 games based off of what he has done for his career there at Penn State?
Yes.
So, yeah. Well. The last couple of years he was on the hot seat because he couldn't win the big game. So he's been on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's
I mean, so they're saying, okay, you can get us to this point, and we appreciate what you did for us, getting us to this point, but you can't get us over the hump. And I think he's like, I don't know the exact stat, but I want to say he's like 1 in 15 or something in like top, like a top 5, he can't, yeah, something like that, yeah. Against the top 5 teams or what have you. So
I'm on both sides of it. So like I said, I would have fired him too. But like Mike, I know your dog. What hold on. How you expect me to beat them? Y'all not letting me pay the kids I want to beat Ohio State and Michigan. I know we already know they pay their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm only paying 3 of mine. I got no way of beating them. But he ain't gonna say that. But that's what the truth is.
Yeah, and also too, right? It's the money, the boosters these schools make. The money is so astronomical. Like everybody's prisoner of the moment, right? I
That's
mean,
fact.
they were just getting ready to one after Florida State beat Alabama in week 1. They wanted to get the Alabama coach up out of there really quick.
I told y'all.
And,
And
I
look
know,
and look at them now, right?
and then look at them now. Exactly. So it's just it's prison of the moment because I have the money to do it and I can overreact or
It's the
or
pressure.
what have you.
Like the Big Ten don't have that kind of pressure. The SEC has always been that way, and that's why, like when people said it, I was like, yeah.
Right, but
I remember they fired dudes from LSU who beat everybody else but Alabama, and they fired.
Right, but also coaches in the SEC always have that trump card. Be like, well, we play in the SEC, so you know they use that. They use that. Well, we're playing the toughest conference. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna lose sometime.
So, I mean, all he did was go outside with some young co-eds with his shirt off. That Orgeron is, it's a pretty stout.
And he's coming back, baby. And he's coming back.
Ed said,
Love some Ed on this show. Shout out to Ed.
Hot. He said, I was hot. It was hot. We won the national championship. I couldn't find my shirt. You fire him for that. Yeah, SEC is weird. Like, and I wouldn't want to be a coach there because of the pressure. You know, you have to basically be a Saban to be successful there. Look at Kirby Smart, man. They be wanting to get rid of Kirby, and Kirby just won like 2 championships.
Damn.
So,
Would you go if you're Florida or Penn State? Would you go after Saban?
no, Saban's 85 years old. You don't want to do that shit.
Saban ain't coming back.
On the same page. Yeah, he on the same page as Dabo. He don't want to pay them. Pay.
He keep telling them. I don't know why y'all keep putting my name in this.
You don't want that headache.
He's
chilling right now.
He left because he didn't want to deal with the NIL and the consortium.
Exactly.
Whatever it was. He's not coming back to that.
Listen, Saban left because he didn't want the playing field to be level. He was having the number 1 top 2 recruiting class every single year, and he did, and he knows he knows his roster was stacked. His depth chart was stacked, and he knew. So he knew. All right,
he's seen the sign of the times, man. He's seen the TV.
Yeah, he knew. He knew because he got up out of there because he knew that we're gonna start losing some games. This ain't gonna be what I'm accustomed to.
And he can't coach people that get paid. Look what happened to Miami. If they get paid, he can't coach them.
Yeah, I like
when they at his women mercy, it's all good. See what happens? He's a dictator. He needed to be what he needed to be. Oh, they getting money and cars and no. I'm out of here.
I think him and Coach Krzyzewski had the same type of talk.
I don't believe that at all. It's just I think it was too much. Because he didn't get them kids by not paying them. So just know him having the number 1 recruiting class every year for the last 8, 9, 10 years came because he paid those kids.
Absolutely.
Paid like they get
not
now.
legally paid them. I'm talking about now.
It was illegally, potato, tomato, whatever it was. You know, he did whatever he needed to do to get it done. But yeah, I think the one thing that Saban doesn't want is to hear anybody else's voice. So he'll get the kids in. He's fine. He's just not trying to hear Kevin millionaire booster in Alabama say anything to him. Saban's not having that. That's not going to happen. He doesn't want to hear that. So that's all. Yeah, he don't want to hear you. Who are you?
Yeah. I mean, to put a bow, I guess, on the college football thing, the NIL, and we talked about it in nauseam on the show about how the NIL has, made
not
some.
The NIL, the what you call them? What do you call it, Kevin?
what we talk about all the time.
Not the consorts, the collectives.
The collectives, yes.
Yeah, because NIL is very. That's only a few dudes get a commercial,
Deal. Money.
That doesn't happen a lot, but that collective is.
Yeah, I would agree. I definitely would agree.
That's killing it, boy.
I would agree.
Hey, can I just say one thing before we move on? I know I'm terribly late. My apologies to the audience. Yo, man, go Georgia Tech, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I wanted to say.
They 7. What's their record? They're 7, right?
Yeah,
right?
They're 7-0, undefeated.
7-0. Duke quarterback threw for 373, and they only put 18 points on the board. Go Georgia Tech. They're my only hope to disrupt any of this SEC madness. Not that I'm saying that they're better than the SEC. Please don't misconstrue my word. I'm just saying I just want somebody else out here to
right now.
Yeah, I know.
Right now.
Yeah, they type it right now.
I'm glad you blacked out. You might be sleeping behind that screen you got.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to all those that be in the comments through the week. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. TikTok and YouTube have been hot lately, man. So we appreciate you.
I don't think Georgia Tech gonna beat Georgia though. So.
Nah, they're gonna get beat senseless.
Nah. It's over with.
They still like to run that triple option, or they throwing the ball now?
No, we try to be like ESPN and build the game up.
They still running that triple option? Oh yeah, Georgia. Anyway.
I mean, he did have 21 attempts passing though, so I mean that's saying something.
That's a lot for Georgia Tech.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot. They 7-8, 15 at most.
Yeah,
like Army out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Let's move on to the NFL. Let me go to Thursday night's game real quick, where the Bengals beat the Steelers 33-31. Thursday night, Cincinnati's 4-game losing streak ended. Flacco, he threw for 31 of 47 passes for 342 yards against the Steelers and 3 touchdowns with 0 interceptions. The Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, he's 41 years old. He threw for 249 yards and 4 touchdowns, but also had 2 interceptions. Rodgers connected on a 60-yard touchdown pass to
Mike is saying that right now.
What? Go ahead.
They're fraud.
Oh yeah, fraud. Yo,
from abroad.
The Steelers might be the second most disappointing defense in football after the Baltimore Ravens. No, after the Ravens. The Ravens piss me off every week. But we're not talking about my boys because they was on bye week. Let's talk about the Steelers. Yo, you paid all that money. You go get Ramsey, who was the tough guy when he knocked Garrett Wilson off the field. You got all these people. You got TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. He ain't out there doing nothing. You got the D-line. They not out there.
Hey, and his brother out there capping for dudes right now. Don't be talking about my brother.
Nah, whatever. You got Flacco, who looked like a zombie in the pocket. He had some giddy up. Yo, when he took that run, oh my God, I wanted to throw the phone at the TV. They let him scoot out the pocket, get 12 yards in the first down. The Steelers defense is in shambles. And that's supposed to be they calling card. And let me get on Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
He was running backwards on that scramble. So.
Now, I know Calvin Austin wasn't there, right? But you have running backs who can also catch that ball. You got a Gainwell who can catch the ball. You got a Jalen Warren that can catch the ball. You still have DK Metcalf. What did we trade George Pickens? What did we let George Pickens go for and go get DK Metcalf if we only going to throw the ball to him 3 times, 4 times? He was throwing to the 300-pound tight end all night. He didn't throw the ball to nobody 250 pounds after halftime. Like, they got to do better. That is
Mike
insane.
Cook. Go ahead, Mike Cook.
No, I'm done. I'm done cooking them. I'm ready for whoever's next. Whoever's turn.
D-Dubs is next because he had a lot to say. Too bad Dan had to work tonight. He couldn't be on here to defend himself.
Oh, bro, man, come on, man. I mean, I just call it like I see it, like I explained to everybody. Yo, listen, man, that was a divisional game. Yes, divisional games. We all know divisional games are tough. We get it. However, you're 4-1, and that's the game that you're at 4-1. In my opinion, I don't think you should. You should. That's not a game for y'all to lose, especially with a guy like Mike has just said, a quarterback who just came into town, don't even know anybody's name on a roster hardly, but he knows the two, maybe the three, the receivers tight end, two receivers tight end, who he needs to get the ball to.
I'm
But
sorry,
the
Daryl.
offensive line wasn't offensive lining. Defensive line was not doing anything at that point. But on Thursday night, they played a pretty good game Thursday night, and that game was good. And shout outs to Pittsburgh. They did get last couple second a touchdown in the fourth quarter. But there was a lot of time left. They left like 2 minutes, I think. 2 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, for Flacco.
Should have
And the
been
boys
enough with that defense. But,
All I know is one thing: Flacco was on another team 2 weeks ago.
Correct.
Less than 2 weeks ago, when the game started.
The ghost of Joe Flacco. That wasn't even the real Joe Flacco. That is the ghost of Joe Flacco.
And once again, we say what we say on the show all the time, man. You can't throw the ball to who? The other team. Aaron Rodgers threw the ball away twice. One,
back to back.
DK Metcalf just let the dude rip the ball out his hands, and the other one was definitely Joe's not Joe
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers' fault. So I mean, it is what it is. That's, in my opinion, that's a game that you don't know. If you talking about that, you on your record was dictating why you should go on a fraud report, because you had such a good record going into that game. So yes, now we have to put you on a report because that record that you have doesn't add up right now because you lost to this team. If that made any sense, but
go ahead, DA.
Go ahead, D.
First and foremost, I know if you're done with that, I just wanted to, because I'm pretty sure I'm falling asleep. But listen here, I'm on meds and bed. But I'm watching the game here, right? And the dude, Robertson, punched the football out of the receiver's hand, right? Who caught it. And he hit the ball, but then his arm lingered across his chest, which could have been a penalty, D.
Did they call that?
No.
Oh, okay.
And we have another team in the NFL that this week has forgotten how to play football. Because every week, Tampa Bay come back, cardiac kids. Well, get the paddles out, Kev. Get the paddles out. Because it's about to be 21-zip before this half.
Yeah, but the Lions celebrating too much. They better be careful because you know how they're looking in the second half. They doing too much partying for me. Just kill them while they down.
I think the league has just got to pay them back for that crap last week, but it's a different story.
Gotcha. So that was that with the Thursday night game. Let me go to some other stuff here. I had this was a couple of hours ago. The Miami Dolphins. They started off the season. They're 1-6. Including the 31-6 blowout, and this is from Ian Rappaport, and this is from SI also. They lost yesterday. Those that didn't know, 31-6 to the Browns. Despite that poor start and significant scrutiny on head coach Mike McDaniel, NFL insider Ian Rappaport reports that owner Stephen Ross still supports McDaniel and does not plan an immediate coaching change. Rappaport quotes Ross's belief in McDaniel as owner Stephen Ross likes him and believes in him. The only thing that he would change that is, number one, fans stop showing up to the stadium, and two, players stop playing for him. The article points out that although McDaniel remains safe for now, the Dolphins' trajectory is troubling. Poor performance in offense, defense, special teams, and growing locker room concerns. One of the key factors to quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has thrown 6 interceptions over his last 2 games. And there was controversy with him calling out teammates for skipping players-only meetings. Bench signal McDaniel was blunt after the Browns loss regarding Tua being benched for late game play, suggesting tough decisions may come. The article frames this is not an imminent firing scenario, but rather a wait and see with specific markers, fan attendance, and players buy-in. If either fails, Ross's support could evaporate. From a broader lens, the Dolphins' season performance is deteriorating. McDaniel's job security is tied more to organization patience than on-field results thus far, but the margin of error is shrinking daily. So there you go. I talked to quite a few South Florida people down here that are Dolphin fans, and they want him going. Yeah, that's the. I mean, I don't know if Ryan talked to anybody today, man, but that's the consensus I got, man.
I'm gonna give it to you guys because you guys are down that way. So
Yeah.
what's the consensus down there? What's the word on the street,
So-
Ryan?
Go ahead, Ryan. I'll give you mine.
Yeah. It was all good when they were putting up dynamic points.
It's all
Right?
good.
And
All right.
but remember when a couple of years ago when they were running roughshod against the league with that offense, they were the number one rushing team in the league. They were running the ball. It was crazy schemes. I don't even think it's the coach. I really believe it's Tua, because
I was going to ask you that.
because you can. I know we had this conversation before. You can only play one style with him because of the concussion injury.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And the
all
arm ability.
about. Yeah, right. It's all about quick. It's all about quick passes. Even before the concussion, they would run play action and stunts and roll them out a little bit. There's nothing like that. There's nothing that can keep somebody a defense off balance. Everything is 2 drop step, get the ball out quick to it because we don't want to get you hurt. You can't play like that. You can't run an offense like that. And last year, with last year, their defense had so many injuries. Phillips, Bradley Chubb, they came back, and now everybody in the league is trying to get those dudes. It's like everybody think it's a fire sale in Miami. They want Waddle, they want Phillips, they want Bradley Chubb. If Tyreek didn't get hurt, he probably would have got traded.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's the coach per se. Tua's the problem. He can't make the reads quick enough, even though it's a 2-step drop and they want to get the ball out. They're just sitting on the routes, and it's nullifying their speed. So
knowing this, or at some point, when does the organization say, hey, I mean, they essentially you saying that they know this.
No,
They gonna have
I don't agree.
No, well, they just gave Tua a big contract.
Yeah, I don't agree.
And the coach of voter confidence.
They like losing. That's the biggest key here.
I think
they like losing. Why did they fire Brian Flores? For winning too many games. Of course, they're going to support the loser coach with the loser quarterback. Now, I agree with Ryan. I like Mike. I don't think it's completely his fault. But
no, it's
Tua should have got 2 options before the season. 1, either you play with that Guardian cap on, or 2, you don't play at all. Because it's not safe for you to be out there with your head like that. Because if you hit that ground, you don't know what's going to happen to you. You done had too many concussions. And then Waddle is one of the biggest frauds I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That man cannot play without another number 1 guy out there.
He was never the number 1. Now Waddle's never been the number 1.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, in college he was the man, but I'm saying
in
the
he
NFL,
wasn't. He was at Alabama. He was there with Slim Reaper.
But he had good numbers in college. I mean, he was a top 15 draft pick?
Yeah, but he was.
If I draft you top 15, I expect you to at least compete to be number 1, right?
Yeah, but I think from that same draft class, it was him and 2 other wide receivers from Alabama that went in the top
Judy
15.
And Slim Reaper.
Yeah, but Judy a fraud too, but we're not talking about him. So
Dang,
when Tyreek Hill, right? When Tyreek Hill got hurt, because Tyreek Hill gets hurt. Last time he was hurt, right? Waddle's supposed to take over. What did he do? Nothing. Same thing now. Nothing. You're giving me nothing. So Waddle gotta go, Tua gotta go, and they gotta stop force feeding Achane. When they had Mostert and they had that committee backfield, that's when they was running the ball better. They want to force feed it to Achane. They want to throw him screens. They want to put him outside. They want to do this. They want to do that. And you're not scheming for nobody else. You're trying to get this man the ball all these times. Like, they continuously do that when you watch them play. So the Dolphins is just, and we said this on the show what, last season when they was beating every bad team, they can't play nobody good. If they played anybody decent, they got belt the ass. They got beat on. And now it's just collapsing. Everybody knows who you are, and everybody knows you got a quarterback. You got half a quarterback back there. He can't do no more.
Great point, Mike. And now they're even losing when it's warm. Their whole thing was we can't win when it's cold. It's warm, and now they can't win.
The excuse was we can't play when it's cold. You can't play when it's hot.
Guys, in my opinion, I think it's all their fault. I think Mike has some blame because he used to run that offense with all those motions back and forth all over the field. And once people caught up with the motions, other coaches, and what they were doing, his offense was dead. They kind of caught up with him.
So he's a one-trick pony, two-trick pony, and then they caught up.
Like I said, man, you can't run with so many motions, man.
Yeah.
There's only 3-4 guys on the offense that can run a motion, and once you know who they are, and you know where they're going to go or where they're going to set, then other people watch film too. So with that said, I think that was probably one of the biggest things that kind of got him was that other teams kind of caught up with what he was doing. The first year they did it, he was smoking, cooking with grease, as they used to say. But once they caught up to what he was doing, it was like, yeah, okay, we know what you're gonna do now. Tua needs to be better for sure. Don't get me wrong. And and that came with the team. They should have made that decision for him. So, and being that they didn't, it is, you are where you are. You're held hostage. That's what you wanted to be, and that's what's happening. So it's all good.
Yeah. And the playbook is basically limited because of the scare of him getting hurt. So the playbook's limited.
Guardian cat.
In my opinion.
Mike, I'm with you. I'll just chime in on that. When they fired Brian Flores a couple years ago, right, and they brought in Mike McDaniel, and I'm with you, Ryan. I don't think this is McDaniel's all fault. Flores didn't like Tua, and he was on record of showing it, but guess what? They gave Tua the money and they fired Flores and all that other stuff that happened during that thing, which I think it's in litigation right now. So
everybody hated Tua. Everybody hated Flores though. In the whole, everybody hated him. He was coming from that whole New England thing, and they just said it wasn't a good atmosphere with him. That's what they say, but
yeah. So he moves on and he goes to Minnesota as their defensive coordinator, and Tua's still here. And like you said, they're fly high during the first couple of years, and then I always said his arm was never the best arm at that. He's not good for that deep ball or whatever the case may be. He throws a pretty ball, but I don't think he throws the best long ball. But with that said, he's backtracking last week with what he said and all this stuff. It's a lot, and it's kind of crazy to see it spiral out of control, like how it is spiraling out of control, and that's just what it is. So we'll see. Yeah. The owner gave him the vote of confidence, and during the season.
And Tua's strength was his. Okay, we know he didn't have a big arm, but he was extremely accurate.
Bingo.
That was his strength. So when you're throwing 10 interceptions in the last 3 games. That means you're not being accurate because you're limited. You can't move him out the pocket. One, because of the hip injury. Remember the hip injury that he had his senior year at Alabama? That took away a lot of his mobility. The concussion threat takes a lot of it out of his mobility. So there's nothing there to scare you. Nobody's scared. Before he didn't have the concussions, everybody was terrified of the speed of Hill and Waddle, A-Chain, Mostert. It scared the living daylights out of you because you couldn't play up on him because at that point he didn't have the concussion, so they didn't care about him getting hurt or whatever. So they did run some play action. They did roll him out a little bit. Now it's just, hey, we're gonna make it hard for you. You know what I'm saying? To score. You're not gonna beat us over the top. And if you don't and if they can't hit you with explosive plays, their offense is null and void.
Good point.
Well,
Jared Stafford
sounds
strikes
like
again.
Miami stuck, bro. If you telling me they gave him oh, I don't know what's their alternative because it's not going to get any better.
Well, you're going to pay him till you can cut him, and then you'll get another quarterback.
Yep, absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
Well,
They'll eat the money.
They'll keep it up. Keep it up.
It's early enough to bench him. Bench him.
Speaking of
Might
concussions,
as well throw viewers out there and see what he got because it can't be much worse.
Yeah. Speaking of concussions, Mike Evans was just carted off the field down there in Tampa with a concussion, so he's out of the game for tonight.
Yeah.
For the.
But the Goff is throwing interceptions, so they're stunning.
I just said Jared Stafford strikes again. He turned into his clone. You know who he is.
Let me go to the game that Ryan said it should have been a tie. The New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. The Broncos defeated the Giants 33-32 on Sunday. Denver scored 33 points in the fourth quarter after being shut out the first 3 quarters.
That says enough, Kevin.
That 33-point burst is an NFL record for a team scoreless in the first 3 quarters. Bo Nix became the first player in NFL history to throw 2 touchdowns and rush for 2 scores in the same quarter. And here's a striking statistic. Denver was trailing 26-8 with 6:38 remaining when their win probability dipped below 1%, and they still won the game.
I guess Denver's better than the Giants.
Denver is better than the Giants. I will give you that. The Giants balled out, played really good. Denver's defense was really stout, right? It's really stout, right? And for whatever reason, they was able to. Oh, DA, hold on a second. Go ahead.
It wasn't stout for 3 quarters.
I didn't say during this game. I was saying prior to this game.
That defense looks like
Ryan,
JV.
Yes.
They look horrible out there, man.
No, hear me out. No,
Scatterboo, I think he knocked down. He punched 2 dudes in the face running for one of them runs. What the hell is going on here?
So
the Giants going to be held. They're going to have hell. People going to play hell the next maybe 2 years from now. If they can keep that team together and keep that offensive line right, they'll be okay in a year or 2.
And that's what's happening, right? They're blocking finally, right, and keeping the running game going a little bit. I keep saying, I know we keep saying Jackson Dart, please, but he's young and he's still going to do his thing. But he's got to scale it back a little bit. Yes. All that running, all that trying to make the big play on every play. Because that interception, that started the whole spiral out of control. Was that interception? Go ahead.
It's time. It's only 4 minutes left. You're up 10. I understand you're trying to get the first down. There's nothing wrong with punting the ball and letting them drive all the way down there. You throw a pick and you basically put them in the red zone and in scoring position right away. So now they're feeling good about themselves. Like, oh man, we really can win this.
Yes.
And not only that, I was going to say, and Daryl's going to play something real quick. Not only that, if you just run the ball, right, that forces them to do what? They got to take another timeout, and that gives them 0 timeouts. And then if you don't get the first down, like you said, Ryan, they punt the ball, and then they're going to have to drive and do what they need to do. And there's less time on the clock. And voila. But like you said, DA, I'm with you. Yeah, that was the coach. That's not him calling that. That was the coach's call. And I for the life of me,
football, fellas, you know where you at. You tell the whole team, hey guys, look, this is where we at. This is what can happen. This is what cannot happen.
Right.
Period.
Gotcha.
All right. There you go. And if you do it, Jameis is going to be playing. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely. D-Dubs, you have anything else on the Giants before we move on?
Other than the Giants was became the first team in 1,603 NFL games to blow a lead of at least 18 points with less than 6 minutes to go in the game. I mean, it just tells you all. I don't even have to play nothing. You guys we seen it. I think we've seen enough. Ryan covered it. You got 4 minutes. Why for the life of me you're throwing the ball? So this is again DA all coaching. They trying to say it's Jackson Dart's fault. I don't believe that. I'm not going for that.
Nope.
I'm not going that it's the defense fault. No, I'm going with the people that's in charge. No, the people that's in charge. When you set up, when you playing that prevent defense, that's coaching. Coaching put you in that. Then you got players walking off saying, "Why are we in this scheme?"
Mr. Burns said that walking off into the tunnel yesterday.
So we have a problem, and it's the everybody's been saying it, and everybody can look at it and see, man. I mean, they was balling, they was doing good. 3 quarters. Everybody knows you should win this game. Anybody who's been watching, you heard the numbers I just read off. You don't lose a game like that. That's crazy. That is just crazy. You could be the worst team. You just don't lose a game like that. But
you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
If you're not used to winning, though, it's hard, man.
But then again, yes, that part. I'm not really crazy. I'm not going to jump out the window about it. Like again, my expectation is low. But however, when you see a game like this, it's almost like what the.
It's extremely frustrating.
It is. So again, these guys, some of them learning how to win. This is a game that you definitely not supposed to lose, but New York Giants have found a way. This is the second time that this happened to them this season. One happened in Dallas, and now to yesterday afternoon.
So this is some points here.
And hold on. And the 2 extra points. If you hit those 2, we win the game. If you think about it in the total grand screen, I'm just saying. 2 points.
That kicker would be jobless today. First of all, the kicker would be jobless.
Nice. He still got a job and still wearing 99.
Second,
in that part, 99 in the kicker.
This is less about the Giants and more about the Broncos. Because why are you in that position?
Yeah,
that's
why are you in that
good
position?
Point, Michael.
Yeah,
Last week, you only got 13 points against the Jets.
Yeah,
and they didn't even break 100 yards till like the 4th quarter. There's no reason that the Broncos
because they have the most arrogant coach in all of football.
That is true. So I know Denver beats their chest now. They beat their chest now, but good point, Mike. Y'all guys shouldn't have been in this type of situation in the first place. So that being said, Giants, y'all didn't deserve to win the game. Kudos to Denver. You
kudos to Denver. Fraud watch.
And not only that too. I mean,
go ahead.
Normally you don't get that call at the end of the game, that PI in the end zone. I think that
questionable. I was going that. That was definitely questionable. But however, like I said, somebody mentioned that today, and I said, listen, it does take a little bit of luck in the game. Everybody
absolutely
gets luck. Stupid calls,
throw that bullshit.
That
Joe Flacco made
have been made.
Say that again? Letter of the law, it probably is PI, but normally they don't call that there. Man. You know what I'm saying? So they got lucky. They got kind of lucky right there.
They definitely got lucky because but kudos to the kid made plays. He made a play. He tried to get in the end zone. Him and Gangsta Boo, they doing their thing. So these kids are gonna be okay. Him and Gangsta Boo gonna be good. But I'm just not certain. I'm not too certain about this coach. Especially the defensive coordinator. This guy. I mean, come on, dog. You got your 4. You got your 4 downmen. Why are we not rushing the quarterback? You've been doing it all game long. Why are you not getting him off the spot?
Yeah. And if I was the Giants, I'm not trying to speed up this process and go make some silly trade for some wide receiver, and I'm still not going to be like a top team. Just relax with that. The whole let's go get Jalen Waddle and do what? What you going to do with Jalen Waddle? You're still going to be. You're
going to have to pay him. That's what's going to have to happen. That's what's
just keep doing what you're doing. Let Dart get his experience. Let Scatterboo get his experience. You're gonna get Neighbors back next year. Go get you another high draft pick. You know what I'm saying? And if you play it out and you're winning, cool. But don't do nothing crazy and start giving up assets for guys who you think is gonna help you win now. You're not ready to win now like that.
Good
Right,
point, Ryan, because that's what they do. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying Ryan made a good point because what was a couple weeks ago out here, the Giants are clearing some cap room. I says, don't do it. Don't
And it
do
was
it.
last.
Yeah, don't do it.
It
Wait,
turned out. Yeah.
Go get a corner.
wait.
Do
Go
it.
get something you need. Go get a corner.
Do it.
Get a safety.
No, we
Go
ain't.
get a
Do it.
linebacker.
San Francisco
Go get
guy.
something
Defensive
you
coordinator.
need.
Do it.
That
Somebody
too.
say get a coordinator.
Yeah. Go ahead, E. Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, I agree with everybody said up on the panel. Yo, man, it's growing pains, man. Yes, growing pains don't mean that you
Facts.
allow 33 points in the freaking fourth quarter. However, these are growing pains. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you said, Dable, this is his man. This is his handpicked guy, and hopefully the team will right itself and show and improve the rest of the season. Denver, like Mike said, you shouldn't have been in this situation, but judging off of last week, yeah, you was exactly where you should be because y'all a bunch of frauds. You may
F-32.
be 5-2, but these next 4 games, well, maybe not the Raiders. Well, maybe so the Raiders. The way they've been playing, you got the Cowboys, you got
They
the
like to play
Texans, you
now.
got
They
the
like to
Raiders,
play
and
with
you
their
got the
food.
Chiefs. Yeah, so yeah, Denver could be the Giants in 4 weeks. Just saying.
Yeah. Let us move on to the next game. We got 2 more before we get out of here. This is the Indianapolis Colts defeated the LA Chargers 38-24 in LA to improve to 6-1, the best start in the NFL at this point. Running back Jonathan Taylor, he rushed for 94 yards and 16 carries, scored 3 rushing touchdowns. If you had him in fantasy, you did well.
Yes, sir.
Marking his 3rd game this season with 3 rushing TDs. Quarterback Daniel Jones completed 23 of 34 passes for 288 yards and 2 touchdowns, getting sacked only once. The Colts jumped out to a dominant lead of 23-3 at halftime. They held the Chargers at bay, 10 rushing yards on 6 carries in the first half alone, despite a monster stat line from the Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, who was 37 of 55 for 420 yards and 3 touchdowns. His team still lost. 2 interceptions and 3 sacks weighed heavily. The Colts snapped a long losing streak at LA. They had not beaten the Chargers, Rams, or Raiders in LA since 1986.
Damn.
Turnover and timely defensive plays helped. Defensive tackle Grover Stewart intercepted Herbert on a tip pass. I passed the E. E was very talkative about the Chargers. Was this more about the Chargers losing or the Colts just being 6-1?
Both. Indianapolis has solidified themselves at the top of the AFC. I'm still a little skeptical. That's just me. However, they are as good as they are. It's 6-1. You beat we all thought a good, not great, good Chargers team in LA. Man, the Chargers is right there with the Broncos to me. You had all this potential, all this talk. You got, Herbert finally got the coach that he needed and all this other stuff. Yes, you had tremendous stats, but what else did you do, sir? You threw to the other team. So, and I guess that comes with the territory. If you throwing the ball 55 freaking times, 16 rushes, 16 rushes. Okay. I don't have much to say, man. Salute to the Colts. They move on, and the Chargers, they like the Broncos. Well, not like the Broncos because they lost this game, but they have some looking and staring in the mirror to do. Because who are you? You're 4-3. You started out the gate hot. Now you stumbled. I think that Giants game, the Giants really smacked them in the mouth, and they have not recovered. So, what you gonna do for the rest of the year? Are you still gonna stumble when somebody punch you in the face, or are you gonna stand up and be the team that America think that you are?
What? Who? Think who are?
They gonna stumble because we know who they are.
We know who they are. They ain't no
They
damn
are
good.
the West.
We do. That's why I say we know, but America doesn't because they still love him. Oh, Herbert is one of the best.
No,
What I said in the group chat, they
I've
are
been
the
telling
West
Darren
Coast
4
Ravens.
years ago that San Diego wasn't shit.
That's why I was saying we up here, we have been saying it, but the people outside of us.
You got a howitzer for an arm.
Listen.
Well, it's fine if the howitzer throws it to the right people.
They
I
are the
get it,
West
and
Coast
I'm
Ravens.
not defending them. However, they are hurt in
However,
key places. Offensive line, things of that nature. They miss it. I believe somebody
hey,
else on the defense.
look.
But
I'm with the Niners. My whole team played in wheelchairs and cash
and
yesterday.
crutches, yes, and y'all
Yeah,
won,
and
and
we
y'all won
won
the
the game.
game.
We're
I
not really
got you.
trying to hear none of that shit you're saying right now about them.
And Quentin Johnston went back to being who he is. He went back to being drops number 2 because he was dropping them passes at the end of the game. I don't know what Herbert's beef with Lad McConkey is, but they need to figure that out too, because there's too many plays when McConkey was open and that ball wasn't going there. You throwing it down the field, he's right there. Hit the check down, get you a first down.
If you don't want them, don't waste your time.
Yeah.
He's an Oregon Duck. They don't believe in checkdowns.
If you don't want them, don't waste your time.
The same.
Yeah.
I agree, but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying I agree with Mike, but that's not how he plays for some reason. He hasn't gotten that in his head. You need 8 yards. You're trying to get a 15-yard out between 2 defenders. Come on, man.
Check down to save your life every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Let me move on to the Eagles and the Vikings. Jalen Hurts jumpstarts the Eagles by passing for 326 yards and 3 TDs in a 28-22 win versus the Vikings. The Eagles snapped a 2-game losing streak with a 28-22 road win. Jalen Hurts, as for stated, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, and this is from CBS Sports, completing 19 of 23 passes for a perfect passer rating. Hurts big plays, 2 TDs to A.J. Brown and 1 long 79-yard strike to Devontae Smith. The Eagles opened up the contest with a 75-yard, 12-play drive, draining over 8 minutes and covering 2 fourth downs, including of course, the tush push to set the tone. The Vikings offense, veteran Carson Wentz, formerly of Philly, threw 26 of 42 for 313 yards, but tossed 2 interceptions.
42 attempts.
Minnesota's standing tall at that ATM still, I see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do my boy like that, man.
Go ahead, Mike.
You don't have to. He's doing it to himself.
Listen, I was the guy saying it wasn't all Carson Wentz's fault in Philly. And now I'm gonna say this. He looked better than JJ McCarthy looked. All them games, them couple games JJ started. So JJ McCarthy wouldn't have had them this close. He'd have threw a pick 6 and it'd have been over. He'd have threw 2 pick 6s and it'd have been over. The Eagles look like that Eagles team that the year after they lost the Super Bowl. They winning, but they're not winning. They're not looking like a team that's gonna repeat. They're not looking like a team that's gonna go as far as they went last year. They don't.
I think so.
They don't. They look like that team that lost. Like, yeah, he had a good game this week passing to his receivers and nobody's complaining. But next week is gonna be the same thing. A.J. Brown gonna be walking off mad. He only threw the ball 4 times. It's gonna tell you it's coming. It's coming. Eagles look weakened. They look real.
I'm more concerned with their run game.
Yeah,
run game is not
their O-line ain't right. That's what I see not being right. Because once that gets right, everything else is gonna get right. Once that O-line gets back, everybody back healthy, then that's when things is gonna turn. So
it's called the Super Bowl hangover, guys. Them dudes they just waiting for the playoffs, man. They're gonna do enough to win games, and you always see it with Super Bowl champions. They're not playing for stats like we are in fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like now you have AJ, you have Brown, who is.
I was about to say AJ Brown.
No, but because he has the ability to command that type of and the talent to command that type of attitude, right? We all know wide receivers can be divas. He has the ability and that talent to do that because he's special. And everybody wants to win, but great players want to win and still win doing it their way as well. So, you lose 2 games in a row and then now everything is magnified, right?
Well, great players are going to be the reason that you win.
Correct. Correct.
So, but like I said, me and Kevin had this talk. I was reading everything, looking around, and I don't get with the whole cryptic tweet stuff, but others may. But I haven't heard the man complain. So, yeah,
Right.
he's going to get the ball when it's thrown to him.
Body language is communication.
That's the part about. Yeah, I understand. Well, his body language wasn't that bad yesterday. He was running, scored 3 touchdowns yesterday. Well,
he balled out
yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait till he don't get a touchdown.
Well, what I'm saying is that the Minnesota defense is a good defense. They blitz a lot. They're not a bad defense, and it just looked like watching the game that when Philly turned it on, and Hurts needed to, okay, I'm gonna show these guys. Every year they say I can't throw. Here you go. Every year you say it, and then I got to do this. Every year. And he does it, right? Because he had a play yesterday, 4th and something, but smooth. Came out the pocket, pump, throw it down to A.J. Green, first down. And after that, he hit him right down the seam for the next touchdown. So it looked like he was doing it easy, effortlessly, And this may be because remember, this also is the time of the year last year when they turned it on for the Super Bowl. So either one can happen. I still think they're the best team in the NFC for sure. Because when Jalen Carter's playing, he is by far the best D tackle in the game. When he's out there, he changes shit for real. For real. Because he had your man Wentz like, like 3 times. So, but we'll see what happens. I still like Green Bay too. So I think Green Bay is probably the next strongest team to me.
Oh, they on for a watch too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's because of Jordan Love, though. I think everything else is pretty solid over there. So.
And that running game.
Yeah. I don't know why. Now Jacobs gets right near the end zone. He just don't do nothing for the other 90 yards. So
I don't like that they keep trying to force that other running back in. That's the problem. They're killing his momentum.
Yeah.
Jacobs need touches. He's one of those. Jacobs is one of those running backs. The more touches they get, the better.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's one of those. He needs the ball.
He'll curse everybody out. So
yeah, he wants to wear you down and get to the 4th quarter and then just start running all over you. Yeah,
that's his thing.
Good
and they're
point.
not letting him do that. They keep trying to sneak this other running back in. So
your boy Jacobs, he grew up in the car. He'll curse everybody out. He'll leave. So,
grew up in the car. Since we was talking about Green Bay and Arizona yesterday, your thoughts on that game? Y'all lost that game yesterday. On your thoughts?
Hell, man. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, you might as well go ahead and pack your bags. Get your Call of Duty controller. Get your charger. Get your console. And get the stuff in. Yeah, all of that. I didn't think that. I didn't think that they would beat Green Bay, but they looked like a NFL football team to me. Jacoby was steady, didn't turn the ball over, and he, at least from what I see, he has galvanized this offense. Now, again, they're not putting up Superman numbers or anything like that. However, they are now at least moving the ball, let's say 8 times out of 10, 7 out of 10, where if they're not scoring a touchdown, they're at least getting a field goal. Defense still needs some patching up to do. We got guys hurt or whatever, but at the end of the day, Jacoby Brissett is the MVP of this team so far. Hats off to Green Bay. They did enough to win the game. Not surprised. But Kyler needs to get up out of here. I told y'all that at the beginning of the season. Just put up a shutout this year for him.
Rightfully so. Okay. Gotcha. What's Arizona's record again? What are they? 3? No,
they
2?
are now 2-5.
2-5. Okay.
Done.
Already?
Are we writing an F-32 report for them or
the entire franchise?
the Arizona Cardinals?
Arizona?
Yes.
You wasn't even thought to be doing anything this year.
Oh, that's
Low,
that,
that's
that was the
that's
other
the
one.
Here we
LE.
go.
LE. That's the LE 32 classified.
That's the LE. Yeah,
Low expectation.
LE.
Lower expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, low expectations classified.
Okay.
Elite.
I didn't
Gotcha.
think we was gonna be 5-2, but thank you for the rest of the division. So
Well, you guys keep on playing with your crutches and wheelchairs, man. So y'all
Man,
keep it up.
McCaffrey healthy. McCaffrey healthy.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
else hurt, but he alive. As long as he alive, you got a chance.
Oh, he good. The receivers are good.
Yeah.
My man.
I think the Niners are still on the LE. They still on low expectations.
Yeah, I got no expectations. Bro.
with all these injuries. So
Especially to the defense.
yes. So they
Fred Warner.
they definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think San Francisco is a fraud if they're healthy, completely healthy. They are not completely healthy, so they go on the LE.
But their defense played well last night, though.
Oh yeah,
They
we
did.
definitely some players that we didn't know coming off the bench. So when dudes get back next year, and it will be next year, both of them won't be back till next year. So Fred Warner won't be back till next year, maybe. See if we wouldn't be so bad if we didn't pay Brock Purdy that money, because we still have Greenlaw. But
He's gonna get some. He's gonna get some colorful mail in.
I'm not gonna say nothing about Brock.
Yo, the Niners owe DA a class action suit. For signing this contract.
I told y'all I was not wrong. So
No, he was
I did
not.
not lie, and I was not wrong. So I don't feel bad.
Yo, hey, San Francisco 49ers, please, y'all owe DA some money, man, for this class action suit that y'all got going, man. So let me before we get out of here, let me just bring up the pool, the weekly pool here, the standings.
Knew I should have picked Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Overall, hold on, let me get my little screen, share my screen here. Somebody at the bank?
Carson Wentz.
All right, so we got there. Dan's still in first place. He has 69. Mike Mills has 66. The Angry One has 65. Ryan 63. D-Dub 62. Dorian 61. Mr. Jake Scott 58. And I am bringing up the rear with 50.
Damn.
There you go.
Good job.
Yeah, Louis. You need to fire all your coordinators.
What you picking upsets on?
Nah,
Yo,
I think you missed some games last night. I don't think you picked two. I wasn't gonna say anything, so I'm like, yeah.
Nah, don't say nothing. Everybody's grown. If I missed it, shame on me. Yeah.
I think you did, but I could be.
I know I missed the whole week, so
Dorian missed some too, but yeah.
Well, there go the standing. That's it. That's all I got. Ryan, real quick, we know the NBA is opening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ryan didn't get a chance to kind of put a bow on the WNBA. We'll give him a chance to do that. Here, I don't know, Ryan, will you be back on Thursday? I don't know if you'll be back on
Thursday. I should be. I'll keep you posted, but yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah,
give me something real quick about the WNBA for the
No. Oh yeah, WNBA. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll recap that. Well, as you know, the Aces swept the Mercury to win their third championship. I think. Yeah. So Asia Wilson, Finals MVP. What can you say about her? Great season. The ratings were up, even with Caitlin Clark missing most of the season. People still watched. So now we got to see what happens with the deal, if it's going to be a strike or not. So we'll see what happens there. But that's about it. Nothing much to say about that. Just that Asia Wilson is.
Out.
I mean, she's heading to GOAT status while she's still playing. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, she defensive player of the year, MVP. I mean, she's doing it all, and she's clutch. She makes big time shots, man. So we'll see what happens. it was unfortunate what happened with Minnesota. Minnesota was, was the class of the league basically the whole season until the injuries. The injuries, snuck up and bit them at the end. Yep. Right. So Collier and Nafisa got hurt, and that was pretty much a wrap. But championship experience, man. With Becky and Asia and the rest of the crew. So Jackie Young, the point guard. So they would at that point they were just stacked. And I remember, like I said, they were like 500. I think they were 14-14, and they ran off like 16 straight wins. So they came into the playoffs hot and on a roll. So yeah, another championship for Vegas. But we got the NBA coming up, man. NBA season starts tomorrow night. We have two games kicking it off. We have Titans, excuse me. The Rockets, the Titans, Lord have mercy. The Rockets and OKC. We have Durant, who just signed his extension, took a pay cut for the Rockets. All right, I like that. Gives more flexibility. So we have OKC raising the banner with the house that KD built. You know what I'm saying? OKC. So that's funny. Then we have the Lakers and Golden State with the nightcap to kick off the season. But I know we're short for time, man. But I really like the Knicks and Cleveland seem to be the class of the East with all the injuries. Anything less from both those teams, Cleveland and New York. I'm not saying they got to win the championship, but damn it, they got to get there.
Yeah,
they got to get there. They got to get there. Boston's hurt. Indiana's hurt. Orlando's young. They're up and coming, but they're young. Detroit up and coming, but they're young. I mean, if you don't get if the Cavs and Knicks, which kick off on Wednesday, you guys play Wednesday. Cavs and Knicks play Wednesday.
Yep.
If those two teams do not get to the finals, again, you don't have to win it. Obviously, you want to win it, but you got.
Gotta get there.
It's a disappointment the year is a failure if the Knicks or Cleveland do not make the finals. And
Garland's back, right?
Huh?
Garland's back.
No, he's still out. He's gonna miss some time. He's gonna miss some time.
I thought he was back. Okay.
No, he's gonna miss some time. What's his name? Spruce. He's gonna miss some time too. So Cleveland's not coming in all the way healthy, but the Knicks are healthy. The Knicks got no excuse. I look for the Knicks to get off to a hot start because home court advantage is going to matter between these two teams, between Cleveland and New York. So that's kicking off. And I'm sorry about that ding noise, guys. I'm doing my my fantasy basketball draft as we speak. My apologies. But in the West, it's a bloodbath, guys. In the West, I mean, I wish the Rockets were in the East. My goodness, because this West is. You thought it was tight last year, where the top 1 through 7, was basically. Obviously, OKC ran away with the Western Conference, but from 2 to like 7 was like a 3-game difference. And there's only one team that's not trying to. Two teams that's not really trying to compete, and that's Portland and Utah. Everybody else is trying to compete and trying to win.
Think Utah's going to be okay, man.
With what?
They got a team
to do what in the West?
I mean, they'll play. They'll be pretty good. I don't think they'll. No
way. Utah's gonna be a lottery team.
Nah, they will.
They got
young players.
Okay. All right.
They got.
Y'all just pick up how many times your man D been wrong in the last 2 years, and I'm
wow.
They got a lot of good young players. I don't think that
they got Ace Bailey. They got Jerkins. They got the big kid.
That's why they're not ready, man. They're too young.
Marketing. So either they're too young or you got teams that's too old. So I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, but nah, man, Utah's gonna be bad, bro. Really bad.
Utah gonna win 25 games the most. That's their ceiling.
It's that.
All right, we on 25, y'all.
25.
There we go.
Yeah. Put it down. Yo, put it down.
It's already down.
What?
It's already
Put it down, but we have OKC is gonna be tough. Jalen Williams is gonna be out for a couple of weeks to start the season off, but Shay's back. They pretty much brought back everybody. They didn't lose anybody. They didn't bring anybody in. They had their rookie that they had signed, but he's still hurt. That they drafted last year, and he was supposed to be back, but he's hurt. So they're gonna be the class. I love what Denver did, getting Cam Johnson, trading him for Porter Jr. So that gives them more. Gives them more defense and 3-point shooting as well. They brought back Bruce Brown. Yep, exactly. They brought back Bruce Brown, another person that knows their role. Ryan Brown just signed his rookie extension, so he's gonna compete. Aaron Gordon. Murray looks good. He's not coming in hurt like he did last year. So Denver's gonna get off to a good start. And I'm interested to see with OKC though, are they gonna have the championship, hangover where it's like, hey, we know we're gonna be a top team. We don't gotta kill ourselves to try to get the number 1 seed. We can, we'll see. I mean, I'm very intrigued with my Houston Rockets losing Fred VanVleet, hurt. But I also think what that's going to do is going to speed them up a little bit. It's going to make them play faster. So,
they got your man from the G League that kept on bouncing back and forth. What's his name? He's a point guard.
Reed Shepherd.
Yes.
Yeah. So Reed Shepherd's going to be the backup point guard. They're giving the keys to Ahmed Thompson, which I love.
Oh yeah, I mean, you good with that?
Yeah.
He's better than last year.
And not only that, they're starting 5. They're starting the biggest lineup in NBA history.
Yeah, I seen that the other night. That was crazy.
So it's Amon Thompson at 6'7" at point guard. KD at 6'11" is playing the 2 guard.
Mm-hmm.
Jabari Smith at 6'11" is playing the 3. Alperen Sengun at 6'11" is playing the 4.
He had a hell of a summer.
Oh, hell of a! He tore up the European League.
Yeah.
Tore it up.
Crazy.
And Big Steven Adams at 7 foot. So you have 6'7", 6'11", 6'11", 6'11", and 7 foot starting tomorrow. So let's see how that works out. The Rockets splits with the big lineup of Sengun and Adams was amazing last year. So we'll see what happens. And a lot of teams are starting to do that as well. Obviously, we have you have Hartenstein and Chet in OKC. The Knicks are gonna now do it with Mitch and Cat. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, Dallas is gonna be sneaky. They're saying that Cooper Flynn is gonna be their point guard. So that's interesting. Until that's the rumor. So and for as we said with all the young teams, right? Like with Golden State, it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad because their starting lineup is gotta be. Well, I said the Rockets had the biggest starting lineup. They have to have the oldest starting lineup I've ever seen. So Al Horford at 30. Al Horford at 39.
Next to the Clippers.
Yeah, Al Horford 39 years old. Curry 37. Jimmy Butler 36. Draymond Green 36.
Them young boys are gonna run them to death. And that's what I was going to ask you. Like next question, do you see between the Lakers 7? I don't know if they're gonna even make 7-8 with because I don't know if these. To DA's point, I know y'all said 25 games with Utah, but if them young boys get to running and they gel quickly, who knows? They might just run them out the building because I don't see it for Golden State, the Lakers. You know, I know the guys are in good shape. You got to take into account. You don't know what you're going to see from New Orleans. New Orleans, a new Zion Williamson, whatever that team is going to look like. So it's that what? Yes,
Right. Well,
I do
yeah.
not want to play. I would not want to play in the West this year. It's just so many.
No, the West is brutal.
So much talent. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
And to DA's point, right? The thing is with Utah, they do have a lot of talent, and it's young talent. Marketing is awesome, but they want to lose. They're not trying to win. Is my point. That's why I say, you know, they're gonna struggle.
I just think they're going to be good either way because I think Ace Bailey is going to be more than what people think he is.
Yeah, but he's a rookie, bro. Like, what kind of impact is he gonna have?
There's been good rookies before.
Yeah, but
he get
to bring a Utah team in the Western Conference.
I'm just saying the boy.
I don't know.
Play.
He can play, but he's a scorer.
And they're pretty serious.
Yeah,
and they got some young dudes, so we'll see what happens. I'm not, 25, right? I'm standing on 25. I'm good with it.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah,
but the franchise don't want 25. that's the thing.
It's cool. I mean, I understand. Danny Ainge's a smart dude, but he'll still pilfer what he needs to pilfer because that's what he does. He'll still pilfer what he needs to pilfer. That's all. He'll wait for someone else that he's been looking at that don't want to play somewhere, and then Daniel will be like, "Hey, we'll take him." That's what he does.
Yeah.
But I know. I think it'll be fun, man. I mean, it's going to be a good season.
They'll be fun.
I think Luka look good, looking shape, but he still don't play no defense. So I don't know. He'll get to the basket quicker, but he's not playing any defense. So
right, and I hate to bring up this name because I don't want to turn nobody grind nobody gears. But how long is LeBron going to be out?
A month. They already said it.
Yeah, they said
they said a month. No, he didn't grind my gears.
A month for
I'm so looking forward to the younger talent. I
yes.
care less.
Yeah, I'm there with Ryan. I'll just say this, and I know we kind of transitioned from football to basketball. It is really refreshing, like D-Dub says, to hear the younger and the younger guys get in there doing their thing, fresher new faces and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to my Knicks, seeing how far can they go. Like I said, I think they need to make a finals.
Got to. The Knicks are loaded, guys. You guys are loaded.
Not with that coach.
The Knicks are loaded.
Go ahead, Mike.
Mike already starting to hate already, man. I gotta get off.
Bro, every coach I told y'all about, what did they do? They did exactly what I said they was going to do. So let's see if we can make it 3 in a row.
What you saying about this guy? What about Mike Brown that you don't like about Mike Brown?
Mike Brown needs a superstar for his teams to win, because when he don't have that, he don't win. So now I like
Brunson. He has one.
Brunson is cool, but Brunson is 6'2".
I get you.
6'1".
If that, I believe it's more close to 5'11".
He might be 5'11". He might be my height, 5'10".
Right.
He is 5.
So Mike Brown, we've seen him without a Kobe, we've seen him without a LeBron, and we've seen what that looks like. So let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's
my point. Let's see.
Jalen Brunson MVP.
Whoa.
I don't like starting Mitchell Robinson and
I was
Cat
going
together.
with Ant-Man, but you can
AD. What'd you say?
I was going with Ant-Man, but yeah, okay.
Ant-Man's good. I forget about Minnesota too, man. It's so many, man. These guys, man. It's going to be
a lot. It's
going to be a real good season, and I think probably by every game, if you watching games between teams, you're probably going to see a pretty good game from.
I ran into this already. So Ryan, I'm about to grind your gears.
Yeah. Give it to you.
I was trying to go on Peacock today just to watch something today, and they already asking, hey, you want to sign up for so you can watch the NBA, because the NBA has switched to NBC and Peacock to hire for a game. So those out there, NBA fans, Go ahead, D-Dub.
Bro, and I gotta bring this up real quick. This thing, and this dude brought it up the other day, maybe a couple weeks ago, and I so agree, because it's like, yo, this, you can't even, like, they have to figure out how you could go from game to game, because I gotta close out an app to go to this app to go get this. It's not the same as, it's almost back, I'm going to say, yo, bring back cable, because at least you could go through, if you want to switch flop channels, you could do that. You're not going to, it's going to be so difficult unless they come out with something to, to where you could go flip channels quickly.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, D-Dubs. So the each day, right? Each day is delegated for that particular channel. So Monday is going to be on one channel. Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, unless you have the NBA. You won't have to be jumping. The game is going to be on here. The main games, the highlighted games, right, are gonna be there. Now, if you have the league pass, you'll be able to just jump to wherever game you want. But the main games is gonna be delegated for that one day, whether it's NBC, Peacock, Prime, I think ABC, ESPN. Those are the five main networks. So yes, it grind my gears, but my brother told me that it's not going to be as bad as you thought it was. It's not going to be like, okay, Prime has one game at the same time as Peacock, and it's not like that. But still, right. So each day is going to be on that one platform.
It's not going to be up against somebody, another network.
Right. Unless you have the NBA League Pass, you can jump. But most of the time on the NBA League Pass, the national broadcast game is blacked out anyway. So you'll just watch it. You'll just watch it. On your regular stream. Now, that being said, you still got to purchase the streams. You know what I'm saying? And purchase Peacock.
Either that or the League Pass.
Yeah.
So
right.
I might have to break down and get a thing for Peacock. I might. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anything else, Ryan? Thank you for this impromptu 25s. Whatchamacallit? I know we didn't get a chance to really do it like how we wanted to, but I appreciate you, brother. No
worries. I am gonna say this though. I'm gonna give my predictions for the finals, and I do believe your Knicks will make the finals. I do believe your Knicks will make the finals. I was high on the Knicks last year. I had to talk you guys off the ledge a lot of the times last year. But I really do believe the Knicks have a really solid chance to get to the finals. Let's see if Cleveland's going to be healthy and again, health is a big equalizer, right?
And that's what I said earlier. I said, man, if everybody, I want everybody to be healthy, so we can see the best.
Of course.
That's what you want to see, the best versus the best, and everybody be
of course.
Healthy, so.
Yeah, and I, as much as it pains me, I want to say my Rockets, but the Fred VanVleet injury is going to take its toll at some point. If they had VanVleet and everybody they were whole, I would say the Rockets had a good shot. But OKC, it's gonna be. I'll say it's gonna be OKC in the Knicks, in the finals. MVP. MVP. I'm going to go with. I'm not gonna go with Joker. I'm not gonna go with Shea. Who's gonna have a lot of wins?
Well, while you're thinking about that, I'm gonna say 1B for MVP, and I got Denver and New York in the finals.
That is not a bad call. That is not a bad call.
I think the Cam Johnson trade has done wonders for Denver. They're getting exactly what they thought they was getting out of Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, with more defense.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, I can't even argue that. Yeah, I can't even argue that. I will say Wemby for defensive player of the year, along with Amen. I think it'll be with those two. I
Man, it's tough, bro. That boy is tough.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are sleeping on Minnesota, man. Minnesota's been to the conference championship the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Anthony Edwards MVP. Did somebody say that? Who said that?
Yeah,
Did somebody just say that?
DA said.
DA said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DA.
I think a lot of people are sleeping on Minnesota. Yeah. So I think Anthony Edwards is going to take another leap. I know he in the offseason he picked Michael Jordan's brain, they said, and he studied tape on with Kobe and Jordan, and so I think he's ready, one, to be a more mature leader as well. He's very playful, which I love. He has a personality, but I think it's time for him to tamper that down a little bit and take it to the next level and really, I'm never gonna question him playing hard or anything like that. But just be more mature. You see how Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is. How he's like he'll play around too, but when it's business time, it's business time. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see that. I want to see that from Anthony Edwards, and I think he's gonna take another leap. So
Anthony Edwards, he got it in him to do that.
Yeah,
so,
he sure does. He sure does.
I'm scared of him, man. If he puts it together, and it could be this year that he puts it all together. Watch out. Yeah, watch out. Watch out for this kid.
No doubt.
Hey, we done created another show, the NBA Monday Night Blitz.
Yeah.
Hey,
extension.
Hey man, the league start tomorrow, man. We had to get something there. We had to talk about something with the NBA.
This tomorrow, so
Yeah, man.
And it's on NBC.
Absolutely.
So looking for it. It's on NBC. NBC is back, so that's going to be a good throwback for us old heads who remember.
Yeah,
they say Mike will be doing some not sideline. What will he be doing? What's his role?
Who?
Michael Jordan supposed to be on NBC, but I don't know what exactly his role is on NBC.
Like everybody, the whole rumor about him was, he's just there for because NBC's coming back and it's nostalgic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the song. You have the song.
Yeah, Ryan.
You know what I'm saying? You have that. You have Mike coming back. I want to see Mike. Is he going to be just that quiet guy that just, who's just mysterious? Or is he going to give opinions and critique players? You know what I'm saying? Well, we all know he can critique a player. He'll critique the hell out of a player. We saw that on the Last Dance, where he, you know what I'm saying? Where he basically threw everybody under the bus in that. But if Mike brings, you know what I'm saying, if he brings his opinions and it's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a hit. It's Michael Jordan, man. It's Michael Jordan.
People are gonna be clamoring for his opinion. They're gonna want to know what does he think, and if it's stupid or if it's great, either or, they're gonna want to know. So I think it's gonna be a hit regardless of.
And that's probably the only person who has that aura about them that you can bring in to say, let's compete against inside the NBA with Shaq and Charles and Ernie and Kenny. You have Michael Jordan. Everybody's turning in to see what Michael Jordan want to say. Mm-hmm. Now, if he doesn't bring it in that first episode and he's like, Mr. Cool smoking the cigar, and if he don't give opinions, he got to get up out of there. Because now it's just for his name. It's just for the the popularity, but.
I think he can still do it. Yeah, I think he can still do his job and be opinionated and be fair. You could be you can't do that. I don't understand why people just without thinking that somebody's hating on you. Man, stop, man.
I look at the inside NBA. I like we're in baseball season. And I love what the guys on Fox with Big Papi and Derek Jeter and
A-Rod. They're excellent.
Really good, man.
And they
do excellent, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They're excellent, man. Mm-hmm. They're excellent. I do want to point this out though. I think it's NBC's. Watch Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is really good and he's funny as shit, man. He does stand up now too. I don't know if y'all know that.
Really?
Blake Griffin does stand up comedy.
Really?
Yeah, he's really good. He's really funny. I know I think they have D Wade. D Wade is they had D Wade is doing something with the bro. Now I want to say Mello too, right? Mello is on one of these networks.
Really?
Yeah. Dirk is on it. So they're bringing a lot of the players back, and they have a good mix of reporters too to balance it out. So it's not just players. Because I know we talked about that. Like, okay, man, let's get some reporters.
Yeah, you need some journalists. You need some real journalists.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, man, you guys are gonna have a good season, man. The Knicks are gonna have a good season. Now, like I said, if they don't make the championship, man, you might as well blow that shit up.
I agree.
Not really. I don't mean that, but damn it, man. If you don't do it this year, when are you gonna ever do it?
Yeah, I mean,
I like what Mike Brown is doing so far, and we'll see. We're gonna run. This is very good. Shout out to all those that hung around with us. Thank you. Some of our guys had to taper off. They got to get up and go to school in the morning or work, whatever case may be. So shout out to them. Shout out to Ryan for doing this impromptu NBA preview of the 2025-2026 season. Shout out to the NFL blitzes we did earlier, man. And shout out to you guys in the comments. I know you guys will absolutely have some comments this week, especially for Ryan and the DA, that 25 on Utah, boy. I think that's going to evoke a lot of emotion. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ryan?
25 wins for Utah.
He was 10 toes down, AZ.
He was.
Listen,
watch them dudes win 40 games.
Yeah.
Utah don't win 40 games.
See, Ryan, I told you, Ryan. I told you, Ryan. All right, DA. Listen, we got to run. Everybody was on the show. Shout out to Dan. Dan's working tonight, man. So listen, on behalf of myself and the rest of the crew, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Be good, be great, be blessed. Catch us on Thursday night for the Thursday night live show. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.